Welcome to Zero to Gold Cap. This is a challenge where I'm going to go from 0 gold all the way up to a gold cap, which if you did not know, a gold cap is 10 million gold. So we have a very big journey ahead of us. We'll be exploring and checking out many different methods of making gold. Our main goal is to reach a gold cap in liquid gold. So 10 million liquid gold in our bags that we can spend. Follow along and let's make some goddamn gold. Let's go. Episode number 4. And this is day number 5 that we're logging into our characters. So first of all, we'll go through the characters and see what is sold. So we have 2,703 gold waiting on this realm right here. And this is mainly from the portioned steak that we cooked in the last episode. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll repost all of these materials back up on the auction house so they can go ahead and sell. Get everything posted up on here. Very nice, very nice. We're just using TSM to post them very quickly, as you can see right here. And we have the keybind for TSM on our scroll wheel up and down, so we're going to scroll our mouse wheel up and down to post quickly. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through our 8 characters that we're doing cross realm flipping on and that we're selling items on. We'll go ahead, so it's been overnight, so we'll see if we've got any sales across these realms. On the first one, we've got a sale right here, one of the War Within recipes that we brought yesterday, so that's super nice. We picked it up for 199 gold, resold it for 1,333 gold. After the auction house cut, 1,200 gold. On the next round, we've got a sale right here, one of the Dark Moon decks. Now we've got a big sale in the third round, very, very nice. So 8,805 gold for that item right there. Let's see how much we actually paid for it. Okay, so we only paid 200 gold for that item. And then after the auction house cut, we have 8,805 gold. So about 8,600 gold profit off that flip right there. That's a very, very nice flip. If we can get like 10 of those a day, we'll be making some good gold profit. On the next round, we've got 2 sales. These are both recipes. Go ahead and check out what we actually paid for these. So for the first one, we picked it up for 111 gold. And after the auction house cut, we're looking at 5,978 gold. The second recipe we paid on average 193 gold, and after the auction house cut we sold it for 4,000 gold. The next round we've got a bunch of bags that are sold on here, a War Within BOE and also a War Within recipe. So the recipes are doing really well. Out of all the items so far, it's definitely the War Within recipes with the biggest amount of profit. We paid 200 gold for this. After the auction house cut, 1,550 gold. So a decent amount of profit right there. We're actually sitting on 58,000 gold. So we have a decent amount of gold. We're probably going to reinvest a bit of that into the sort of items that have been selling the best for us so far. So our Dark Moon decks, they're selling really good. And then also the War Within recipes. So we'll probably focus on those. If you would like to level up your gold making and make a bunch of gold in World of Warcraft, then I recommend checking out Goldcapped. Goldcapped is a community project where all of the best gold makers make gold guides for you, teaching you all of the latest and best methods of making gold in all versions of World of Warcraft. On the website, we have live price data, so you know if an item is worth farming or is not. We have a bunch of different guides on Goldcapped, anything from gold making guides to flipping guides for all versions of World of Warcraft. We also have a team of the best gold makers that are there to help you out with any questions that you have about making gold in any versions of World of Warcraft. So make sure you go ahead and join the Discord. If you want to become a member, we have 2 options for the subscription, which is $10 per month or $100 per year. If you go with the yearly option, you save an extra 15%. And on top of that, if you use code BUFFY10, you also save an extra 10%. Let's get back to the video. But we only have 8 characters that we're selling on at the moment. So I think we're going to add another 4 characters that we will be selling on. So that will bring up our total characters that we're selling on to 12. So we'll be on 12 different realms and 12 different auction houses for cross realm flipping now. And we're focusing on all of the highest populated realms first. So how my characters are set up, it's from the highest populated realms to the lowest. So these are all very high populated realms, tend to have lower prices but sell a lot quicker. So we'll go ahead, we've made these 4 characters that we're now going to be selling on, we've put them in a group. So we want to add them to flipping power for our selling realms. So it can give us deals based off selling on these realms that we actually are selling on. So once we've added in these 4 realms, that'll bring up our total selling realms to 12 realms. Now, every single day I'm going to be adding more and more. We might even do a day where we add like 30 other selling characters that we'll be selling on. But for now, while we don't have thousands of items, this is plenty of realms to be selling on, which is 12 different realms in total. So they're the new realms right there. We've got them in the spreadsheet. We've got them set up ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into all of them. I'm going to make sure we're on the right profile with TSM. So it has all of my groups from my flipping guide. And then we're also going to post one of each of the items if they can be posted profitable that are in our Warband bank, just so we can clear out some of those extra items that we have sitting in our Warband bank that cannot be posted on the first 8 realms. So hopefully we can get the majority of them posted now that we have 4 more selling realms. But like I said, in the future, we definitely will be adding more selling realms to our operation so we can even make more gold.
Time is money.
So we go ahead and post these. Once we're done posting, whatever's left over back in the Warband bank, then we log on to the next realm. So I'm going to rinse and repeat that exact process that we just did. Now that we've reposted everything, it's time to reinvest some of our gold. So I'm going to stock up on all of the different Dark Moon decks. So these are trinkets that people use, and they're some of the highest item level trinkets that you can buy off the auction house that are BOE. So people buy these for their ults or their time, and they also use it for disenchanting. They will disenchant these, and then they will sell the disenchanted materials on the auction house. So people are buying these and they're selling really good. So we're going to stock up on a bunch of these. We're even going to buy more of these than we actually have selling realms. But in the future, we're going to have more and more selling realms. So we'll end up spreading those across multiple different realms. Now we're going to use flipping power to go ahead and buy the War Within recipes. These have a very, very high sell rate, and they sell very quickly up on the auction house. So here are the filters that I'm going to be using on flipping power to buy these. So you can go ahead and copy these if you want to. And then basically what we're going to do is we're going to get all of the deals of one specific realm that has a bunch of good deals. And how flipping power works is it shows the best possible deal for each item. So as you can see, we can go through and we can find all of the best deals across all the realms that we have characters set up on to actually buy and sell the items. Now I'm going to select one realm and we're going to buy all of the deals from that one specific realm. So we'll go to buying realms, we'll write in the realm. So we'll do Tichondrius. As you can see, if we sort sell average versus buy, we'll show all the best deals at the top. Then we can go ahead and we can select the ones we want to buy. So these ones look pretty good, so we'll go ahead and we'll grab those. So we'll get the auctionator shopping list, so the import string. We'll click copy auctionator shopping list. We'll log into Tichondrius, and then what we want to do is we want to go to the auction house, and then first of all, we personally need to grab out some gold, and then we want to open the auction house, go to the shopping tab, click on import, and then paste it in there, and this will bring up all of the deals from Flipping Power, and it'll bring it up only if it's at the price Flipping Power recommends buying it at. So if someone's brought them already, I'll beat you to it. Won't show you like higher price ones. This way you're always buying the correct price when using this feature with Flipping Power. So basically what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll buy a bunch of these recipes. Now we do have like 60 odd realms that we're going to end up selling on. So it doesn't matter if we buy a bunch of the same item. If it's an extremely good deal, I'm definitely going to be doing that. For an example, look how many Dark Moon decks we have already in the Warband bank. Now, what we're going to do now, let's go ahead and do some more quick selling items. I think what we'll do, we could either try out the War Within BOEs. So this is another market that sells well. Or we could just do a search just for high sell rate items. Let's go ahead and do a search and see what we can come up with here. Let's exclude crafted items. So this is for War Within BOEs. And let's see what is worth buying. We'll sort it once again, sale average versus buy, and this brings the best deals up the top. So this is War Within stuff mainly that has a very, very high sell rate. So all of these items sell extremely quickly, and that's the items that we're after at the moment, is items with a very, very high sell rate. So we can have a quick turnover and actually have the gold to reinvest. We don't have enough gold at the moment to buy like items that take months or weeks to sell. So we want quick selling items with a quick turnover. So here's a bunch of BOEs for the last season of the War Within. We can go ahead, we can go through, we can buy all of these good deals. So the main item level is either 642 or 649. They're the two like highest item levels for these cheaper BOEs that people buy to gear up their alts. So at the moment we're buying a whole different range of the War Within BOEs. At the moment there we actually even added some of the 597 item level. But the ones that are going to sell the best right now are definitely the 642s and also the item level 649. So we're just playing around with the filters here a bit. I want to make sure that I'm getting the best possible BOEs. And now as you can see we have Area 52 selected. So we're getting all the deals off Area 52. These all look really good. Go ahead and get the auctionator shopping list. Do the import once again, but we're on a different realm now. We're on Area 52. And as you can see we've got all of the BOEs popping up right here for the price that Flippin' Power recommends. So let's go ahead, we'll go through these and we'll buy up all the ones at good prices. You do have to be a bit careful when flipping the War Within BOEs because they have such a high vendor price, and this actually increases the deposit cost on the auction house. So this is why you always want to be posting the War Within BOEs or any current content BOEs. You want to be posting them for only 12 hours so the deposit cost is as low as possible, because if you post them for 48 hours the deposit cost really starts to add up. Like sometimes it can be like 50 gold up to 100 gold, which is insane. Now these items have extremely good sell rates, and that's exactly what we're after. We went ahead and we posted all of those items across our flippers, and then we had some sales over on our main character from some farmed items. Here is the spreadsheet for today. So here are all our flippers. In total we have an auction house value of 1,849,000, and we have 470 items posted across all of our realms that we're selling on. So it's definitely growing. The auction house value is going up, which I'm super stoked to see. So our best realm would be Area 52 so far, which makes sense because it's the highest populated realm on the US. So more people means more buyers, but obviously also more competition. Now Ragnaros was the worst, but we just don't have many items on there. So now it's late at night, let's go ahead and actually do some farming. So we're going to do the bronze whelpling. So you get this item called the time locked box, and when you click on this, this will give you the bronze whelpling, which is a battle pet that sells very quickly up on the auction house, and it sells for around 30,000 gold. Now you can also actually sell the time locked box up on the auction house, but it has a much lower sell rate. Okay, so here is the bronze whelpling, the battle pet, and here's the prices. As you can see, anywhere from 15,000 gold all the way up to like 50,000 gold for this battle pet, but it has a nice sell rate sitting at 0.013, meaning it actually sells pretty decently for battle pets. So this farm is located in the blasted lands at this location right here, and you can actually do this solo and it's still very efficient. So down the bottom right here at blasted lands, let's go ahead and set our add-ons up so we can keep track of how much gold we make while doing this. But basically all that you're doing is just running around in this small location, killing all the mobs. Now these mobs hyper spawn, so once you kill a certain amount of these, they're all going to respawn straight after that. So if you keep an eye on the mobs, if we go through and we kill, it's about nearly all the mobs except like 5 of them around this location. By the time you do that, they will have already started all respawning, and you can just continuously kill mobs, and this is a great farm to do. So we've been doing this now for 30 minutes and we still have not got one of the bronze whelplings yet. However, we are getting a lot of kills per hour, so we should see one very soon. Speaking of soon, here it is. We got the time locked box. Now once we click on that, they'll give us the bronze whelpling, which is super good. As you can see, the sell rate on the timed lockbox is very low. So we definitely do want to turn it into the bronze whelpling, which is super simple. All we do is we click on the time lockbox, and then we go to our battle pet journal, and then we right click on the new battle pet, which we call the bronze whelpling, and we click on put in cage, and then we'll have the caged version in our bags, which can be sold up on the auction house. We want to finish off here. Now when you're doing this farm, sometimes you can get 1 per hour, sometimes you can get up to 4, 5 per hour. It's really RNG. So you can see we right click on it, click put in cage, and now we have the caged version. Now on this realm it's going for 34,000 gold, but what I think I'll do is I'll put it in the warband bank so I can put it on one of my flippers that I'm reposting items on every single day, and I'll just add it to my flipped items. This way I can just repost it with all the other items that I'm already reposting. So I tried this for the other half an hour to try get another one. Unfortunately, we did not get a second one. Now a cool tip when you're actually doing this farm, what you actually can do, because rare and epic items stay on the ground for 30 minutes before they disappear, like on the loot pile. So you can actually kill for 20-25 minutes straight without looting, and then you can go ahead and you can loot up all of the mobs, and then you can rinse and repeat that process. Now this is a lot more efficient than killing and looting at the same time, because if you're just focusing on killing the mobs, you don't have to run over to loot them, and every single time you loot you're actually wasting like a couple seconds. So what you can do is you can just kill straight for 20 minutes or 25 minutes, and then you can fly around, loot everything up. That's the best possible way to do this, and if you do it like that, you're getting around 2,000 kills per hour, which is super good for solo, and you should be looking at anywhere from 1 up to 5 bronze warplings. So if you get lucky enough to get 5 of them, you're going to be making a lot of gold from doing this. Now that we are done with that farm, let's go ahead and we'll check all the mailboxes before bed and see what progress that we've had. Now on our flippers, we actually had a decent amount of sales across all of them, which added up quite well. I'll show you that in the spreadsheet in just a minute now. But the flipping is doing really well. I'm super happy with how it's going so far. So here are the stats right here across all of our characters. The auction house value is 1.8 million, and we have 439 different items spread out across the realms. Frostmourne has the highest value on it, and also Area 52 is very close in second. So here is day number 7. We have 26,000 gold in liquid gold. We have 1.8 million posted up on the auction house, and we also have 439 items posted across all the auction houses. Here is the log for the past few days of everything that we have done. On day 5 we did not log in, on 6 we did the whelplings, and we did some whelplings today also. So that was it for this episode. Be sure to subscribe for the next one.